College of Arts and Architecture Facebook page. I'm your host, Stephanie Swindle, for today, and we are live in the Borland Project space with Cathy Braasch, the resident artist whose exhibition Daily Drawings is on display now through February 16th. And today we're talking with Cathy. Cathy, tell us a little bit about Daily Drawings.
Well, the Daily Drawing Project, every day in the space, am creating a 6-inch by 9-inch ink drawing. It's ink with pen, some pencil, washes, and those accumulate in some of those matrices that you saw on the wall. The other thing that I'm working on in this space are some larger scale drawings that each day I create a new state and print a photograph of that daily state. So you'll see on the wall over the weeks, these smaller and larger drawings will accumulate.
Now this is part of a larger series that you've been doing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So before I was in State College, my architecture practice was primarily built work. And when I transitioned here, this was sort of a device that I started using to figure out the direction of research that I was doing. So every day I would start the day in my studio with a small drawing, and then I became interested in how they assemble to become a larger composition and how some of those techniques could develop these larger scale drawings. To me, it really involves a lot of printmaking techniques, these ideas of erasure, kind of putting down layers and layers of material, and working out an idea through the process of drawing. So really connecting the thinking and making and how that started to develop larger research topics.
And so you're here every weekday from 12 to 2 making a drawing in this space?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And so you get to interact with the guests who are looking around as well.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting. Drawing, talking, back and forth, listening to my music. And so it's interesting. It's something that's usually a much more private process. So it's a new and interesting influence to have a conversation at the same time.
And there's also space for people to make a community drawing if they wanted to contribute?
Yeah, definitely. The community drawings are a quarter the size of the 6x9 ones I'm doing. So those also accumulate up on a wall. So by the end of the exhibit, we'll see a whole kind of quilt patchwork of the community drawings.
Wow, and when you're not doing this, you're teaching architecture in the Stookman School?
That's right, yeah. I teach studio and visual communication in the architecture department.
Wow. Now, tell us a little bit more about what's going to be going on. We see that there's an exhibition and that you're here, but there are also events that will be happening as part of this too?
Yeah, that's right. On Wednesday, there'll be a monoprint workshop, and that's open to anyone from 12 to 1. There'll be materials available, so you just have to show up, and I'll give a brief introduction and lead participants through a couple of drawings.
Oh, wow.
Monoprints are a really quick kind of sort of gateway into learning about printmaking. It's, I don't know, some people call it the painter's print or the printer's painting. So it's this very flexible, quick way of making a print.
And there's also a panel discussion coming up too as well?
Yeah, there'll be 2 roundtables, one about memory and architecture, and another one about daily drawing practices, and then finally a lecture about axonometric space. So those are kind of diverse topics, but if you're here and see the drawings, you'll see that they're kind of like the 3 major themes underpinning the work.
So when you come in here every day, do you have an idea of what you're going to draw, or does it just kind of come to you?
No, the main constraints are the materials and the format, and there's a diagonal grid printed on the paper that relates to the primary mode being axonometric drawing, a form of projecting 3-dimensional space. So those are kind of the constraints. There's also a sense of iteration, that each drawing relates a bit to the last one. Particularly if you look on the matrix, one column is really a week of work. So they do tend to have a thread from one to the next, but sometimes there's a jump.
Well, that's really interesting. Have you worked with other colleagues or with your students on different ways to draw this way?
We definitely, in studio classes and visual communication, one of the things that we talk a lot about are the role of hand drawing and digital drawing, when those elements interact. So my visual communication class is kind of in parallel doing digital drawings, 3D modeling, and also hand drawing. So that discussion of the benefits of thinking while drawing is certainly a big part of those courses.
So is there anything else you would like to tell anyone who's maybe interested in coming and looking at your work, or coming and doing one of the drawings, maybe coming to the workshop on Wednesday? What would you tell those people as far as giving them, even if they say, well, I haven't drawn anything since high school, should I come and do this? What would you give someone advice who's interested in drawing?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of the point of this format and the daily activity of it is to kind of lower the stakes, make it cheap, fast, easy, just to get ideas out. And I really think the primary way that you learn to draw or get benefits from drawing is just doing it. I was not a prodigy drawing as a child. My drawings don't look maybe in the right or correct way, but just learning what your hand is like and what you gravitate towards, you'll really just learn a lot about your interest and yourself. Just getting the page. The idea is just to kind of get information on the page and then work from there.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us today, Cathy, and I hope that you all come out to see the Daily Drawings exhibition and come to the workshop on Wednesday. And thanks for tuning in. Bye, Facebook.